Hello, fellow budgeters. My name is Brandy, and you're watching From Debt to Dreams. And on this channel, we're paying off over $400,000 worth of debt. But don't you fret, way more than half of that is our mortgage. Today, we're going to do a little bit of a lot of things. We're going to do our budget with me. We're going to do a cash stuffing, and we are going to pull some money out of a thing that I've been keeping money in. I was kind of slowly saving up for a fence for our backyard. However, I need to pay off my dog's surgery. Speaking of my dog's surgery, she had surgery on Monday, the 27th, and, Monday the 26th. She had a fatty mass on her backside that, has been growing over the last 3-4 years, maybe. And we decided that it needed to come out because it was starting to mess with her spine a little bit, and it also was pushing on her anal glands. So she was starting to get uncomfortable, even though it didn't hurt her. And if it wasn't bothering those two areas, we probably could have kept it inside of her and it wouldn't have been an issue. However, we decided to go through with surgery. The surgery ended up costing us, I wrote it down. The surgery cost us $3,064.74. And I already had $258 in this envelope, so I made a payment already on that. So now we owe $2,806. What we ended up doing was putting it on one of our credit cards. So I just want to get this paid off really quickly. I'm not going to count it as a debt. I'm not going to have a tracker for it, like a coloring tracker or anything. I'm not counting it in my, like debt numbers, but I will write this down so that at the end of the year we can be like, look, we also paid off this credit card really quick. So in order to make another payment on that, I want to empty out this other thing I have. So let's go ahead with our budget. Let me show you what we're going on. So this pay cycle is January 30th through February 12th. I'm budgeting $3,700 of our budget, and we have from our income, like our paychecks. It's my husband and I, and then in left over in our income account we have $1,850. So we have $5,550 to play around with. This pay cycle we have a lot of bills to pay. We have our mortgage at $1,950, our heat bill for $65. Focus Internet for $100, Peacock for $12, Compassion International for $65. Our water bill, I always over budget for that at $200. T-Mobile is about $200. Our debt consolidation loan that we took out last May is $945, and then Netflix is $30. So that brings our bills to $3,567, which means we have $1,983 left over. In the past, I've been doing like what the rollover is that's left in my cash envelopes like right now. And I decided not to do that this time because it was just kind of getting confusing for me. So I just wrote down what's happening with the paychecks instead of what I already have. And so, groceries is getting $600, and that is for 2 weeks. School is getting $30, Scouts gets $20, haircuts gets $20, gas gets $200, and Sadie gets $10. And so this $10 now is going to be for her things like her nail trims, and any kind of grooming that we will need to do when she's healed, because girlfriend is smelly. So, so that is not going to count towards paying off the surgery. The way we're going to do that is through our mini Mondays. If there's any, not mini Mondays, I keep getting that mixed up. My mini savings challenges, if there are any that go to Sadie, then that'll go towards that. And then we have a envelope in our Play and Pay binder that's dedicated just to Sadie. So any challenges we finish from there goes towards the paying off the surgery. All right, so then these are always the same. HOA gets 40, Pest Control gets 40, Car Care, Clothing, and Charlotte Football Club get 5, and that is a cash total of $95. And we have $1,100 or $1,008 to continue budgeting with. We come over here, we have myself, I get $1, Jason gets $21, 20 of those dollars is for his own spending, and one of those dollars goes to his savings envelope. Annual fees, extra utilities, and emergency fund all get $5, so that's $37 in this category, and we have a leftover of $971. And then for savings, and it says debt, but it's, yeah, that's exactly what it is actually. Christmas always gets 50, Mini Mondays, I need to change that. Mini savings challenges gets 100, and play and pay gets 250. So that leaves that total for this to be 400, and our leftover is 571. The leftover money stays in our income account to roll over for next pay cycle, in case we need it, and then anything left over we just continue to roll over till next pay cycles, because pay cycles like this one are really heavy with the mortgage and the debt consolidation loan all together. So I need to make sure we always have some rollover money. Eventually I would like for us, I used to be a month ahead, and so I really enjoyed all the money. Like the way it worked when I was a month ahead was all the money that I earned in January we would use in February, and all the money that we're using in January we had earned in December. So it was just really nice to like know like exactly how much I had to spend. But then some things happened and we needed to dip into that little money, so that's where we're at. Okay, let me and normally I take all the money out for play and pay and my mini savings challenges, and I don't show that in my stuffings, but I thought, why not? Let's do it this time. So in here we have $1,162. Right now you're going to have to trust me that this is $107, because I am not going to count this again. I've counted it way too many times. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to take only $7 out of these right now. 2, 3, trying to get the worst looking ones. 4, 5, 6, they all look pretty good, and 7. Okay, so this is $100. I'm going to put this to the side. So now we should have $1,062 to stuff. So let's take a look at that. So we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60. No, I did not. I will come to you when I do. 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 98. Am I at 800? I'm going to count that. 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so that's 800. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1,000. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, and 62. So $1,062. Okay, so sometimes I feel like my cash stuffings are kind of boring because they're the same every week. We don't really change things up because it is what works for us. So first we're going to do groceries. And normally I like to do 50s, but you know, they didn't have any 50s at the bank. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. All right, so there there is $300 for each week. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 300, and 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 300. I'm actually going to put this one in this. This is how we take our cash with us when we go shopping, because my wallet is too small for cash. And so we're actually going to do some grocery shopping tonight. Okay, so next is school, and school is going to get 30, and I need a new tracker. And I am doing it like this: 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I want these two. Oh, but I like it. It doesn't matter. These ones are bad. And I'm going to 6, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's put these in here and let's count it up and see what we got. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So 194. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Wow, amazing. Okay, 194. That's a lot of money. But spring pictures are coming up, and we all know those are going to be expensive. Okay, so I can take this tracker and put it to the side. We don't need it anymore. All right, Scouts is getting 20. All right, so we should have 165, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 65. Colin's BSA dues should be coming like very soon, but I don't know exactly when, and I can't remember, like I think it's due at the end of the month, but I can't remember if it's auto renew or not. So I'm hoping that it is, and then I will just put that money back in the bank. But if it's not, then I'm gonna have to figure that out. All right, so haircuts is gonna get 20. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110. The boys are definitely due for haircuts. All right, health, we're skipping. Sadie gets 10. Okay, so I have two trackers in here. I have a tracker for how much cash we have in here, and then I also have a tracker for just keeping track of the payments that we've made so far, and I do have $434. Okay, and I think that's it for the rest of this binder. All right, then we're going to move to this binder. Okay, I don't like the way these binders are set up, but that's just what it is, because I don't really have the kind of cash to reset up all my binders or set them up in a way that I like them. But that's all right. We'll get there. Whoops. All right, so HOA is getting 40, so we should have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 160. All right, pest control is getting 40. If I could count, we should be at 430. And I do have pest control coming up in February. We'll have to pay our quarterly pest control. So we have 1, 2, 300, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Whoop. Let's try that again. 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 10, 20, 30, 430. Car care gets 5. So it should be at 78, 50, 75, 6, 7, 8. clothing gets 5. So we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And Charlotte Football Club gets 5. So if I did my math right, we should be at 42. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, and 42. Perfect. Any else in here? No. Okay. So then our last binder that gets cash is this one. Brandy gets $1. And we're going to color in half of this shoe right here. I know I tell you and I change my mind all the time, but I am going to get a walking pad. 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, and 57. So this tracker is $80. Jason also gets $1 for his savings. So he should be at 50, 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. He'll be excited to learn about that. And while we're on Jason, he likes his spending money to be a 10 and 2 5s. Let's get some nasty 5s out of there because he's doing some spending. All right, so there's his spending money. All right, annual fees is going to get $5, and it needs a new tracker. So we should be at 37, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, and 37. All right. And this is the time when we do extra utilities. We only do it every other payday. I want the good 5s to be in my games and savings challenges. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70. That's a pretty good 5. Okay. All right, and then the last one that gets cash in these envelopes is emergency fund. I don't know where we're at, so let's get another janky 5. That one's pretty janky. All right, 20, 40, 65, 66, 67, 68, and $69. And I need to take that to the bank soon. I normally do take it to the bank and add it to our bank account when I get 50, but I just decided to wait a little longer. Okay, so there is that. Now the rest of this is for our games and savings challenges. So let's do, I should have 2 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Well, I messed up somewhere. And that's okay. Oh, here. I figured it out. In HOA, I was supposed to do a 20 and 2 10s, and I did 2 20s. So, and I like to have 10s in the HOA because it is our HOA fees are $250 every other month, or every, let's see, are those the worst ones? Oh, no, that one's bad. Okay. Yeah, every quarter our HOA dues are $250. So I like having the 10s in there too. So that I don't have to put in more than I need to. Okay. Glad that was an easy fix. Okay, so every week for Play and Pay, we get 2 20s. Here, this is driving me crazy. I'll do it like this. And we get 12 tens on each one. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Yes, that's right. I'm saying 2, but I'm sorry. I'm saying something and reading something at the same time. So I'm saying what I am reading and not what I should be saying. So each week gets 120, 6 tens, and 7 fives. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, which is good because now I have 4 fives, which is what I need for my minis. And then each week here gets 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's good. Okay, and then I'm going to put that right here because, all right, so then for our minis, each week gets 2 fives and then 40 ones. So I'm going to fast forward this. Perfect. All right. So now the only other thing we have to do is this is a box that I have, and we've had it for a while, and every time my mason jar of change fills up, I cash it out and I put the cash in here, and ultimately we were saving up for a fence. However, Sadie Mae just had surgery and I want to pay that off as fast as we can, so I decided, without even really telling my husband, which is fine because he would agree, I decided I'm going to use this money to pay off, if I can get it out. I would open it, but then I'm afraid I'm not going to get it closed again. Okay, hold on. All right. Whew. Okay, that was a feat. Okay, so let's count to see how much is in here. I have no idea how much is in here. So these $2 bills are going to go back in there because those belong to my children. All right, so let's count and see how much we're going to put towards the credit card to pay for Sadie's surgery. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, and 72. Excuse me, so 272 to go back to the bank and make a payment. That is so exciting. To CC. All right, well, that's all I got for you today, my friends. I hope that you will come back on Wednesday for a mini savings challenge, Winning Wednesday, Whimsical Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but anyway, I hope you come back. I'll see you then. Bye.